There's a Christmas beetle just flying around up here. And he will. I guarantee you he will fly into my face at some point during this recording. There are two of them now. There are actually two of them now. I don't know if I can show you. There. Where'd they go? I wanted to show you how they were bouncing around on the ceiling. They're in the corner now. They're over there in the corner. How menacing. Have I got this centered? Good enough. Hello and welcome to the Fortnightly Q&A. My name's Lumin and right now I've got a whole bunch of questions to work my way through. And I will mention before I get started that I haven't organized these in any specific fashion. So if there's one single question you're looking for, the best way to find it would be to check the description to have a look at those timestamps. If they're not there when you look, then just give me a bit of time and I'll get them there. We're going to start with the very first question right away. This one's from Ryan Wazink. Lumin, I know this will never happen, but what do you think about a Fallout game being set in South Africa? I live in Cape Town and I would really find it interesting. So, firstly, I will agree with you, it'll never happen. I don't think they're going to do anything like that. It's weird that they haven't made more games that are set in South Africa or Cape Town specifically, because there's a lot to work with there. There's the sea, there's Table Mountain, Robben Island. I don't even know, okay, I'm not even gonna get started on that. But I think it would be great just for any game to be set there, not specifically a Fallout game. And I think that's just what most people would think about the place that they're from. And I think the Americans, amongst us, I guess, have been spoiled like that because so many games are set in the US at the moment. And it's a nice feeling being able to spot something in a game and say, you know, I've been there. I know that place. That's cool. It's nice. Even if it is something like a super famous landmark that everyone in the world knows about and everyone in the world would recognize, it would still be nice knowing that you get to explore it and that it's something that you could potentially see in your real life as well. It's a nice feeling. And it's something that a lot of people don't get. So I'm totally with you. I'd love to see a game like Fallout set in South Africa at some point, because it would be nice to be able to see all those sites and actually really recognize them. I'd love it. I would. And when I was younger and I was messing around with like level editors in games, I always used to try and make my house, make the street that I lived in, make the farm that we lived on, make our school. Stuff like that is what I would always use in the levels that I created. I was terrible at doing it at the time and there wasn't really much to work with, but that's the kind of stuff that I did and it's fun. It really is. Then, next question from Just Chris Phillip. Dear Lumin, this is a two-part question, I guess. Good. I like two-part questions. This is some cold, sweet chili tea. Firstly, did you go to university? If so, how was your experience there? This might seem like an odd question, but I ask because I'm in university now and I'm having a bit of trouble. So I was wondering how yours was. I didn't go to university, so I'm not going to be much help answering this question. I don't even think I really considered going, but in hindsight, it would have been a good idea studying something. So I had like a backup plan, which I don't really have. Not that I'm scared or anything like that. I think if the whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, I will be just fine. I will be able to get a job like this, but that's not the point. Getting distracted here. Not going to go off on a tangent. We're talking about university. I did study a whole bunch of stuff. I studied web development, networking. I did TEFL, teaching English as a foreign language. I'm a certified TEFL instructor. I get to do that if I want to. I can head overseas, teach little Taiwanese children to speak English. I only mention that and bring that up specifically because we've got a friend that did that, and it seemed like a whole lot of fun. But I did stuff like that. I studied smaller pieces here and there. I didn't commit a whole bunch of years, a big chunk of my life to university. But again, I will say in hindsight, it's something that I think would have been good for me and I would have enjoyed. So I don't know what kind of trouble you have in, whether it is the social side of things or the academic side of things. Either can probably be dealt with quite easily. It would kind of suck if you like in a university that's far away from home, so you know no one there. But it will just take you a bit of time to get the lay of the land, meet a few new people, and then you'll enjoy yourself a whole lot more. If it's the academic side of things, well, then you just gotta work. You gotta work, you gotta study, and you gotta keep at it. It's worth it. It is 100% worth it, so stick with it. See it through. Jake the Snake. Jake, you'll have to excuse me, I'm having another sip of this tea out of my beautiful yellow mug. I'm going to repost my question because I'd really like to know the answer. Obviously. Dear Lumin, have you ever played Dark Souls? And firstly, before I even answer that, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you had posted this before. If I didn't answer it before, then it was either a mistake or the Q&A was already getting too full. But hey, here it is. Have you ever played Dark Souls? And if you did, what do you think of it? Will you consider playing Dark Souls 2 when it comes out? Thanks for the entertainment and the videos and everything else. Jake the Snake. To you I say, I did play a bit of Dark Souls, but I didn't make it past the tutorial section, and I had a blast. I died a lot. Well, in the tutorial section, the first time I died was actually at this big boss type thing where you gotta jump down on its back or something. I couldn't figure out what to press. I don't know. The game wasn't very intuitive like that, so maybe Dark Souls 2 will be better when it comes out. But I do like the idea of it, and I'm definitely considering playing Dark Souls 2. I can't remember if I read about it coming to PC or not. It would obviously be ideal if it came to PC, because currently I can't record console stuff. But hey, yes, I'm interested. Then, Arudin. Hi Lumin, keep practicing that Blood Bowl. I want you to win at least 2 matches. And nag those t-shirt people because I want to buy one. Here are a couple of questions. Yes, I practiced a bit. I don't think I practiced enough because I wanted to try keep the videos coming and all that. I guess I should have practiced a whole lot more because it's kind of important. But I think in my first game against Total Biscuit, which I'm actually going to play tomorrow, the chances are it's going to come down to luck for the most part. I mean, there's a big portion of skill and experience that'll come into play, and I think he has more of both of those things. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and the t-shirt people did finally get back to me. I've gotten back to them as well. Again, so we're waiting for, I guess, the final set of interactions. But then, your job, like mine, requires spending a lot of time in front of your computer. What do you do throughout the day to keep your eyes from burning out and to keep your blood flowing? What do you do when you take breaks from gaming/working, and how often do you do it? I'm going to stop right there because the next set of questions is not related. I don't stay seated for that long. I'm up and about the whole time. So when I record something, the only time that I stay seated for a long time is when I do one of these mega recording sessions that lasts for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. Otherwise, I record for at most around an hour, and that's at most. I like to record smaller pieces, like 20 to 30 minutes at a time instead. Makes much more sense, but I'm usually between here and the kitchen the whole time, getting something to drink, getting something to eat, something to snack on, whatever. I stretch a lot. I mean, Helene has her little yoga studio set up right here on the floor. There's a yoga mat, there's a yoga ball, there's a foam roller. It's all here. So if I ever feel like I need to do anything, I have to take literally 3 steps and I'll get to the stretching area. So I do it. I don't know what else I do. I generally tend to do the standard, normal, everyday, like, I do this. Those, to like loosen my back up, and then I just put my hands flat down on the floor to to keep myself nice and limber, like completely flat, there. And then you can do these stretches where you lift your leg up, and you do a lot of hand and wrist stretches because, well, you use your hands and wrists a lot. I've never had problems with my wrists from gaming or sitting in front of the PC yet, which is, well, good. Good, I guess. I do all sorts of other stretches. I do a lot of stuff. I massage my back. I don't know. It's difficult to give you a full list of what I do, but I do things. I never stay seated for that long, and when I do get up, I mosey around the house, sit in the kitchen for a little bit, have a snack, go outside, walk the garden with Nero, stuff like that. It's nice. It really is nice, and I'm blessed to be able to do something like this as a job at the moment. So there you go. As for the next part of the question, besides being a gaming adventurer and a swell commentator, do you have any other hidden talents? Can you do magic tricks, read tarot cards, hold your breath for 10 minutes, burp the alphabet? I can't do any of those things, and I don't think I have any hidden talents. The talents that I have are quite prominently on display when I record videos, and that's about it. That really is about it. I can eat a lot without getting fat. Does that count as a talent? Because I eat a lot. I try eat a lot at least. I think recently I've been slacking a bit. I keep losing weight. Not on purposely. Like, I even switched to full cream milk, I told you recently. Because, you know, that. But hidden talents. No. No, not really. I don't think any of my talents are hidden, sadly. Because I like the idea of being able to do something like that. Something like any of those things. I'm trying to rack my mind, rack my brain here to think of what I could possibly be able to do. I can bend my thumb out of shape. So, hold on. I can do this with my thumbs. It's a very weird movement, but hey, my hands are all sorts of flexible, okay? There you go. Hidden talent. I can do it with both my thumbs. And I don't think most people can do that. It's sort of a unnatural movement, unhinging your thumb like that. I've just been doing it my whole life. It's not a talent though. That's just there to freak people out. I can do that. I have very flexible ankles. I don't think I've ever in my life sprained an ankle. No, I just haven't, because my ankles are like jelly. I can stand like this, and I can turn my foot on its side, and then stand on the side of my foot. If you know, no, it's like this, and then like, no, like this, and then like that. It's difficult to show you, but I can do that. There you go. There's another hidden talent. I have very flexible legs because I sleep in a weird position, so the flexibility on my legs, and this is like turning into a little yoga show here, is extreme. So if I lift my leg up like this, then I can turn it to the side very easily, which means I can do all the yoga poses like the clam with ease. Those are my hidden talents. You guys can feel free to let me know what yours are. Maybe we'll have a little hidden talent showcase on the next video. I'll just highlight some of those that you guys have that are interesting or fun. But next question, Tales of Jason Fury. Hi Lumin, thanks for answering my question. I have another one for you. If you had both the PS4 and Xbox One, which exclusives would you be most excited for? In my opinion, I like the look of Titanfall and Infamous Second Son. So I'm gonna have to just Google it quickly because I didn't prepare very nicely for this. PS4 and Xbox One exclusives. I really like Titanfall, but to me, it's obviously not a really big deal because of the fact that it's coming to PC, and I would much rather play it on PC. So we're gonna have a look quickly. Wow, our internet is ridiculously slow. Controller. I found a Kotaku article. Hey, great. So, Infamous Second Son is on PS4, right? I'm trying to read here quickly. Or is it on... Oh, right, yes. And the Xbox One has Rise and Dead Rising 3 and Killer Instinct. Crimson Dragon. I don't really like those so much. Whereas the PS4 has things like Killzone Shadowfall, which looked really cool. Huh. It has indie games like Contrast Flower, Trine, and others. But where did I see Infamous? Right, that's also gonna be PlayStation. Destiny, Drive Club, The Witness. But Destiny isn't exclusive to PS4, is it? Maybe the article is outdated. The Order 1886. Bam. Uncharted 4. Bam. That's it. That's it. I much prefer the exclusives on the PS4. I like the sound of those. I do. And the only really important one on the Xbox One, I would say, would be the Titanfall? That's the only one. Okay. I mean, there are others that could come out in the future that could be fun as well. Like the Halo game, Below, could be good. Quantum Break. Zoo Tycoon. Fable Legends, and a few others. But there you go. That's pretty much it. I would again just say that either of the consoles would be great. The Xbox One is not even out in South Africa yet. I feel I need to mention that. It's only coming out early next year. And that alone would lead me to believe that the PlayStation 4 would be the first one that I pick up. Who knows? I would say the PlayStation 4 has a slight edge in my mind at the moment. But it might just be me. Then Nick Johnson. I believe Germany is one of the countries in the EU that isn't so much in debt. So it's definitely a good idea to move there. And maybe you could even do some Gamescom videos. So I'm not sure about the whole debt thing. I honestly have no idea. So I'm not even going to comment on that. But I will, and that's why I put this here, just talk about the Gamescom videos thing. If we do happen to move overseas. And I'm going to probably talk about this in a upcoming Tales of Lumin episode. Maybe my New Year's resolution video. Because that will be my New Year's resolution. That's what I want to do in 2014. I want to move across the sea. Well, technically it's not across the sea. But it would be great to move up to Germany. Absolutely amazing. It would be so much fun to be able to do these things live. To be able to stream. To be able to upload videos real quick. And all sorts of other stuff. And then to be able to go to places like Gamescom with ease. And yes, I would like to, if I do make it to Germany, go to Gamescom, and the others that are in Europe. What else is there? I know there are a couple of other big ones in Europe. And what's great is then I would be only one flight away from the US, not two, not all the way up Africa and then all the way across the sea again. So it would make a whole lot of stuff a whole lot easier. And hey, we're going to discuss this when the time comes. My parents are keen, so we're going to see what happens. We don't know yet. We don't know. Bloodgorm. Bloodgorm, I'll get to your question in a moment. Do you like snow? Do you get much of it where you live? Because we get like 6 inches weekly here in winter sometimes. That sounds amazing. And yes, that said, I love snow. I've only been in snow once, maybe twice in my life. And it was amazing. It really was. I get that the people that live in a country where it snows every year probably don't like it all that much. But I do. And I much prefer the cold over extreme, excruciating heat anyway. So, to me, it would be great. It would be absolutely amazing. Living somewhere where it has snow. We don't get snow here. We don't get snow in, like, the lowlands, the low-lying districts or areas of the country. You have to really go out of your way to go and look for snow. It'll be on the tippy tops of the highest mountains, and if you want to actually go and play in the snow, you got to drive to, the Cirrus Mountains. You got to make an effort to get there. We've done it once, and it was great. It was really cool. That's another reason I want to go to Germany. Snow in winter. Oh. That'll be fun. Then, Kaha 2. What do you think about Star Citizen and Dying Light? Star Citizen I've spoken about so many times already. I even have this still nicely sealed and everything. My citizen card. It says Lumin on it. It says I'm a founder. And it's white. It's a mercenary card. I love it. It is so, so nice. And I'm proud of it. I really am. I can't wait to play Star Citizen. I just hope they aren't biting off more than they can chew with all the different stuff that they add in or trying to add. But chances are slim. I think they're going to be able to make what they want out of it. And I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun when it does come out. So I'm definitely going to play it. Definitely going to make some videos on it. And let's hope it's good. Dying Light looks like a lot of fun. Is that an exclusive? Is that coming to PC? To both next-gen consoles only? I don't know. Huh. But that looks really cool. It looks like what I wanted from the Dead Island series. There's more stealth. There's more like free-running type action. It's like Mirror's Edge meets Dead Island. Looks like a lot of fun. It really does. The visuals are absolutely amazing. I would once again like to play it on my PC. But next question is from Firestorm123. Lumin, I was recently watching some of your newer Terraria videos and accidentally clicked on one of your old ones in the suggested video list. What I heard, frankly, shocked me. The apparent difference in your voice in those two videos is night and day. My question is, why do you sound like two totally different people in the two videos? They've been linked below. It's scary. The new Terraria is Season 2, Episode 12, Queen Bee, and the old is Part 1, Lost in Lumite. So I think the main reason for the big difference is just confidence. That and a different mic. Now back then I was still using the mic on this, which is strange because I still got it right here. This is what I was using, and it isn't quite as good. It also has much less bass, much more treble, and it kind of removes a couple of layers from your voice. So it makes it sound a little different. But I think the main thing is just, once again, confidence. It's just that I didn't really know how to speak to or into a mic back then. I wasn't comfortable doing it, but I wanted to do it. So I stuck with it, and over time, this happened. I was able to actually speak like I normally do in real life without being nervous, without feeling awkward. And that's what you see in front of you right now. Confidence. That's it. That is the one word I would use to describe the difference between those two videos. I guess I could also use Samson. C01U. That's another way of saying that the sound quality is much different. This mic is so much better. So much better. It has served me well over the past year or two. And I'm glad that I made the purchase. So there you go. That is the main thing. If you guys want to check it out, I don't know if I'll remember to link it below. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. It's like gambling. Perhaps you'll find it, perhaps you won't. Then, Shadow Tales the Warrior. Question, Lumin, do you still play Dota 2? Good question. I haven't played it in a while. I do plan on playing it again at some point in the not too distant future. I want to do a couple more videos on it. I want to play with you guys again because that was a whole lot of fun. And I think I will probably jump back into it at some point in the new year after I've finished Skyrim and Outlast off. It makes sense. It was a lot of fun to do and you guys seem to enjoy it, and I want to do more stuff that I can actually use to interact with you guys as well. And I again can't wait for streaming because that'll allow me to stream stuff like Dota, stuff like Hearthstone, do challenges live on air, do games with you guys live in Dota, and whatever else. It'll be great. But I'm done. This is one of the shorter Q&As. I didn't mean for it to be short. I mean, I included every single question. I didn't cut any out this time around. You guys just didn't ask as much, which I suppose is nice for a change because it keeps the Q&A slightly shorter. So that said, let's try stick with it. Let's keep it slightly shorter so I can upload this sooner, so that you guys can watch it in a decent amount of time, and that you can just leave those questions for next, I want to say next week, but it's actually for next year. And the chances are this video is going to only go live on the 1st, maybe even the 2nd. So I guess technically it's this year, but whatever. Check back here in a fortnight for the next video. Give this one a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Again, leave those questions below. You can just leave a comment with a question in and I will get to it. I do sometimes remove a couple of questions if there are either too many or if I've answered them like way too many times before. But feel free to take a chance and leave a question anyway. The music you've been listening to is from the Final Fantasy X soundtrack. Check it out if you like it. But that's it. Most importantly though, Happy New Year. Hope you guys are having an amazing time. Happy that.